More insight into what this important step means is Dr. Jim Cardon with Hartford Healthcare.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us, Doctor.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
So first of all, now that the FDA has given full approval, where do we go from here?
So I think this is an important day. The due diligence that continued to be performed as we've been administering the vaccine has really led to an affirmation around the safety and effectiveness of the vaccine. And there's a couple of consequences of that. One is hopefully this continues to reassure those that have been cautious and reluctant to get vaccinated. It allows us to sort of reduce some of the stress and anxiety that have been barriers to getting folks who have not been vaccinated yet there. The other thing it does is it helps push back against some of the misinformation out there that has been causing a great deal of confusion to allow us to make further headway in really managing this pandemic, which has continued to cause a lot of morbidity and mortality.
Dr. Cardon, we have some other questions, but first, what's your message to people who either got the Moderna or the Pfizer, the Moderna or Johnson & Johnson vaccine? After seeing this news, the president calls this the gold standard. What's your message to people who didn't get the Pfizer vaccine?
I think that you can anticipate that the other vaccines will also be approved. I think this is the first, and it was the earliest, so we're sort of following the cadence of what gone through, and it's just continued diligence around making sure that they have the data they need to give this approval. So I think it's really just a matter of time. All these vaccines have been very effective at really reducing what we worry about most, which is hospitalizations and dying from this virus.
This could also open a lot of doors, particularly around employers and other organizations mandating the vaccine. What's your opinion around that? What are you hearing from people?
Well, at Hartford Healthcare, we have done so, and we feel it's an important step for us as we look at what we need to do to ensure that people are well protected and we're protecting the patients we take care of. I think that vaccine mandates serve two roles. They sort of spur you to really understand the significance and the importance of this to both keep yourself safe and your colleagues or coworkers safe. The only way we're going to get ahead of this vaccine and stop more malignant variants of this virus to come forward is to ensure we have the immunity we do so that we're not continuing to transmit the virus.
You know, we saw the president give a speech earlier giving a statistic of roughly 1 million Americans who said that they would wait until the FDA gave full approval to get a vaccine, to get presumably the Pfizer vaccine, since that's the one approved. Why do you think this will help?
It removes just one of the things I think that people have been reluctant to, in understanding that this is no longer just emergency use, but that has gone through all of the rigor that every other vaccine that we received just helps. How much of an impact it's going to have, I don't know. I think that if nothing else, it will continue to spur conversations with friends, family, colleagues to really stress that this vaccine is our path to managing this pandemic.
All right, thank you so much for your time, Dr. Cardon with Hartford Healthcare. We appreciate your expertise.
Doctor, thanks.
My pleasure.